Karoline Leavitt. Some people call her Karoline Leavitt. She just up and quit her job as spokesmistress for the Trump administration. And she claims she wants to be with her children, right? She has 2 kids, one age 2 and one just like 3 months old. She just had a baby. All of them in that administration is having babies because they're trying to do a baby boom. Nobody else I know is having babies. Everybody I know that's childbearing years are saying, now we're going to wait till he's out of office because if something happens to us during the pregnancy, we're going to die. All right? So I never believed she was leaving because she just wanted to be a trad wife. She's like 27 years old. She wasn't an ugly girl before she started to mess up her face. She's married to an old man. And I'm going to say old man because he's 60 like I am. I'm old. I can't see me being with a 27-year-old. What the hell? Oof, nasty, gross. My mom used to say old men can't pee clear off their pants because of prostate issues. Thank God. My husband's 68. He doesn't have any of those issues. Thank you, Jesus. Gross, right? Gross. I'm sorry if you're eating. So we're going to split the deck and we're going to look for the woman to ask, why did Karoline Leavitt really quit? Because the rumors are abound saying that she is PO'd at Trump and Natalie Harp. We're going to read on Natalie Harp next. And the last read for the Gush is going to be about this preacher, this prophet named Brian Carn. I'm going to save him for last because I have a story to tell about him and I want to kind of keep the stories for the end, right? So the rumor is that she is pissed, and especially at Natalie Harp, because when that threat came down to Trump the other day, and I'm not going to call him Frump and all this foolishness. Afefe is calling him Frump. Come on, just say his name. Here she is. When that threat came from Iran, allegedly, supposedly, I'm saying allegedly because I saw somebody else, Cherry Jacobson or whatever, said that Turkey feels that Netanyahu is the one that made up that lie about Iran threatening to annihilate Trump because they wanted the deal to fall apart. Netanyahu wanted the deal to fall apart, the deal that America was going to make with Iran, right? So they said that when they put all those people on that plane, the decoy plane, and they took Trump off, they took a few people off with him, and one of them was Natalie Harp. And so Trump cared about her more. I'm going to do it like that because I don't believe he cared about her more. I believe that she is his binky, like they said, she's the human printer, that she prints all the good things out about him. And I believe also she changes his diapers. So he needed her for that, not because, oh, I love you more. You know what I mean? So Karoline was pissed because it's like, you knew there was a threat to this plane and you put me at risk to leave my 2 kids motherless? I'd be pissed too, girl. I'm with you on that. I don't like you, but I'm with you on that. So this is about the work, you know, this is about deceit, trickery. This is everything. This card encompasses everything that happened. They lied, there was trickery, deceit, and it is about her job and work. All right? So this is about a public display. She's always on public display, right? Because she speaks for him. She lies for him. Here she is. And here are, what's this? This is the stars. See, that's why I want my own Lenormand deck. I don't know what the hell that is. The stars, we're going to look that up. And the cross. Okay? The cross is about a burden to bear. Where's my book? Where's my book? So let's look up the garden. 20. 20. I already taped a video just now about Miss Nancy, okay? A gathering, networking, society, party, public event. Well, that was a public spectacle. They're going to have her on a plane that's being threatened to get blown up? What the hell? Stars, hopes, dreams, guidance, visions, internet. Well, she's hoping that she can like go into the business sector, you know, and continue making tons and tons of money. Didn't she run for office and stuff too and didn't win, and she collected all that money, whatever? Was that her? Correct me if I'm wrong. Feel free to always correct me if I'm wrong. Just do it gentle. And then the cross. Every time I see a cross, I'm like, across the bear. I have a cross to bear. Pain, suffering, burden, grief, guilt, misfortune. That's why she quit. She was going through some burden and some suffering and grief. Yeah, girl, she didn't quit because she wanted to mind her babies. She quit because she saw the writing on the wall that Trump don't care about her like she thought he did. He was going to leave them children motherless. He didn't care about her life. Didn't care how young she was, how pretty she was. You know, Trump loves her lips, her puffed up lips from injections, right? Okay, Beetle, go away. Oh Lord, there's 2 of them today. No, one is a needle case. 2 needle cases. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If you know anything about me, which you don't because I haven't said that here at this page, needle cases, I'm from Belize, needle cases are dragonflies. And I love, love, love dragonflies. I just like their wings. They always look angelic. I don't like their big buggy eyes. But I have a lot of jewelry that was given to me by friends and my mom especially. That's dragonflies. And I love, love, love those creatures. There's 2 of them chasing each other in the garden. Okay, Natalie Harp. What is her deal? What is Natalie Harp's deal? I'm going to ask 2 questions about her. First question is, let's use tarot. First question is she a threat to Trump? You guys know that I don't like Trump, and I've gone back and forth before he was in politics. You know, I used to watch his show, The Apprentice, and I thought it was cute, right? And I didn't dislike him. My mom did. My mom didn't like what he did to his first wife, cheating on her with that, what's that girl over there, Tiffany's mom? But my mom didn't like any cheaters. And then when he got into politics, when he won the first time, I really hoped that he would try to do good, like when Bush got in. He tried, you know, I think he tried, but he didn't try. You know, he just like destroyed everything. When my kids were little, one of them used to say extroy. They couldn't say destroy. Extroy everything. Natalie Harp, are you crazy? Are you cuckoos? And I don't use mentally ill too much. I just use that word straight up. I'm politically correct with a lot of my words, but I just stick with crazy. Because I'm afraid of crazy people. I don't hang with them. If I meet you and I realize that you're crazy, I move on. Because I don't want you to unalive me and then unalive yourself. Young kids watching me, if any young kids are watching, if you're with somebody right now and the slightest fight you have, they threaten to unalive themselves, move on. Move on. Okay? What we don't see coming about this crazy girl, is she crazy? Because a lot of people are fearful. People who care about Trump are fearful that she might try to off him if things don't go her way. 4 of Swords, rest, recovery, reflection, retreat. Some people say, Hogarth says that's the minor arcana death card. That hasn't really appeared in reads that way for me yet, but we'll see. And then, is she going to walk away? Walk away, leave with my blessing. Once in a while, let me hear from you. That's what Trump is saying. If we ever leave again, this side of heaven, I'll leave this world loving you. Jesus, Lord have mercy. Trump really loves her. Oh my God. He loves her more than his children. 3 of Wands, progress, expansion, looking ahead. She's looking ahead. Is she going to walk away from... No, I don't see that. These cards are wrong. I don't see her walking away from Trump and this administration and then looking ahead to something new, to expanding, unless he dies. She's going to persevere. She's a young blonde. You know, people like young blondes. I don't know what's the fascination. But... she only like 30. My daughter's only 30. Passion, bold, adventure, daring, swift. What the hell are we looking at? Ooh, but Mira, underneath the deck, the 5 of Pentacles, loss. Money loss. Okay. So I don't think she cray. I don't think she gonna kill him. I don't think she gonna kill him. Oh, sorry YouTube. I don't think she gonna unalive him. Alright, so what's the next question? We're gonna ask Lenormand about that. Is like, that question was like, is she cuckoos, right? This question is, what's the deal? What's her plans? All right, so let's just shuffle. I'm not sure if I shuffled. And then we're going to read on the young man, Prophet Brian Carn. All right? Okay. Thank you for hanging with me, guys. Don't forget to like this video because your likes will put it out there in the algorithm so we can get more views, so we can get more people. And keep in mind that as we get more subscribers, especially if they come on fast, we're going to get a lot of trolls. We're going to get a lot of people that are going to be negative. And we're just going to breathe the first 1,000 of us that's been here. I did not have to subscribe from any of my other channels to this page. Did not have to. I was saying that if I needed like the last 8 and it was sitting there for days, I was going to subscribe from all my channels. I didn't have to do that last night. Let's look for the woman. So we're just going to breathe and deal with it accordingly. We're not going to have no fuss over here. I want when you watch my videos, you walk away laughing, having some joy, and saying, that Barbara, she's a whole clown. I don't mind you calling me a clown. Clowns are funny, right? Ooh, they gunning for her. You see that fight? When Karoline was like pointing in her face, like you wanted to play with him. Your life wasn't at risk. You knew what they were gonna do to this plane. Allegedly, supposedly, reportedly. Snake. She a snake. Girl, she a snake. Deceptive, dangerous, trouble, lies. She dangerous. I feel like that's the people coming against her. And then the tree is about health, family, tree growth, ancestry. See, when I make my own Lenormand deck, these words will be on my cards. I don't care that I have to have training wheels for the rest of my life. Don't judge me. That's her. The dog, I feel like that's her again. Loyal to Trump. Loyal to Trump, right? What's the dog in Lenormand? 18. Loyal, friend, pet, advisor, trusted. She's a trusted advisor to Trump. She's the one running the show. I saw Steve, what's his name? Keith Edwards put out a video saying that Trump kicked out Miller. I didn't look because he does a lot of clickbait. I don't like Keith anymore right now. The White House. I'm just going to say this is the White House. So I think this right here, because I'm asking, the first one I asked if she was crazy, if she was going to harm Trump. This one I'm asking like what's happening to her over there. What's going on with her? She's being attacked by other people in the administration, and she's hoping to have long life over there. Let's look at the tree again. 5, health, family, growth, ancestry. She's hoping for growth. That's her. She's loyal to Trump, and she's going to still be in this White House. I don't think she's going anywhere yet, even though Tarot said differently. That's just my intuition though, guys. Okay, I can be wrong. The Prophet Brian Carn, I think he's about 37 years old. I think he's the age of my son. He had to surrender himself to go serve prison time. He surrendered on my birthday, August the 14th. He was supposed to surrender on June the 15th because he was convicted. I don't know if he had a trial or if he just pled guilty. But he's a young prophet, handsome young man. This is the crime that he is serving time for. It is underreporting his ministry income and used fake backdated employment agreement along with false statements to hide over $1.4 million. Now I'm thinking, IRS didn't go after him for no 1.4 million, right? Somebody told on him in his ministry because, let's go back a little bit of history on him. A few years ago, when I used to belong to church, you know, I'm baptized as a Methodist, but I only went to Anglican or Episcopalian churches forever. And then in 2008, I saw this preacher preaching on one of those religious channels, and I liked his style. And I found this church in Riverside, and we started going there from on and off from 08 to 2016. I say on and off because there was a time when my friend Grandma Dorothy, she's passed away now, she's on YouTube with a cooking show. She opened her own church next door to us where we had our bottle printing business, and then Joe and I were her right-hand man and woman in that church. And some of the plaques you see on the wall in my little office is from that church, and it was lovely. And then when she closed it down after a while, we went back to the church in Riverside, and I quit going there Christmas Day 2016 because the pastor turned away from not liking Trump to like really promoting him hard, and I couldn't see how you could be a pastor and align with the nastiness this man does. Just my opinion. If you like Trump, it's okay, you can still stay on the page. Voice your opinion down below. Just be decent about it, okay? So the pastor put a convoy of, I'm going to say convoy, I don't know what the word is, but a bunch of bishops together because the pastor became a bishop. Everybody wants to be a bishop. That's their goal. He couldn't be a bishop of this country because I guess in that religion, the bishop here has to die first before you can become a bishop. So they put him the bishop of the Dominican Republic or some foolishness. I don't even consider it. But they got together, a bunch of them. They went to where Brian Carn lives, I think North Carolina. Could be wrong. Correct me down below. And they were going to go admonish. What's the word? There's a word. It's not the word. It's not admonish, but that's what it means. But they were going to go scold him and lecture him about the fact that he consulted with a witch for some of his prophecies. What was the witch? I think it was a psychic or a card reader. I don't consider myself to be a witch. And if I were a witch, I'd be a really bad witch, because I would put curses on people and hexes. So, but I've always admired psychics, card readers, mediums, stuff like that. And I only got into this like 3 years ago watching, and 2 years ago learning. And so nobody's going to tell me there's anything evil about what I'm doing. So they went there to go scold it. Rebuke is the word. Remind me of that word, because I'm going to use it several times. They went to go privately rebuke him. I agree with privacy. If you want to go lecture a young prophet or a young preacher, do it in private, right? So then, like, I think in 2021, there was a rumor that came out that a lot of people were making videos about Brian. Now, I haven't really read about the... Why? What's going on? I haven't really read about the church sector, because the only sector worse than the beef sector, when you're like in their chats or whatever, is the church sector. They said he was having an affair with another preacher's wife. When the preacher found out, he put a pew-pew to the wife's head, and everybody went over there and publicly rebuked Brian Carn, right? And then some woman named Vashti Ennis, is it Ennis? Let me see. Yeah, Ennis, said she had a 10-year relationship with him, that he promised to marry her, and even called her his wife. Girl, you stupid. So we're going to read on Brian. We want to know how he's doing as he's onboarding into the prison system. Why did he go to prison? I already told you. I have a soft spot for Brian. I'm going to do the read first, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay? Okay. How is he doing during the onboarding process? Because it's a hard process. We had a loved one that had to go serve time in state prison. He's serving time in federal prison. And the onboarding for the 30 days was horrible, because they put them outside. It was in January that he had to turn himself in. And they leave them outside in the yard, in some upstairs patio place, he said, where the rain came, hit them, the sun came, dried them, and they hardly ever put them inside till after the 30 days. Six of Cups, he's very nostalgic for his childhood and the innocence that he was before he started to do all this criming. Come on, Brian. I have high hopes for you. He's receiving help. He's given a lot in the past. They're sowers, you know. These prosperity preachers, they don't just take, they actually sow. But they believe that if you sow downwards, like if you sow with the poor, you're going to have good health. If you sow upwards, it's for your wealth. So they like to sow up into the higher, the people that are higher above them, the people that are actually rich and making money. You'll see a young pastor come out and start sewing up with them, like if they have the money and they don't have it, what they're doing, hiding money from IRS, right? Leave that to the poor people. I can understand if somebody poor was hiding their money from the IRS because, damn, we don't have enough to eat. But a rich person, come on, you could pay the taxes. Ace of Cups. I don't feel like he's doing badly. The Chariot. He knows he's going to come out. He's going to serve 9 months. He has to serve 85% of his time if it's federal. And he's looking forward. He's looking forward. Joe and I did a private read on him the other day, and we got 3 queens. If I have that footage, I'll drop it in here somewhere. We got 3 queens on him. And the 3 queens to me was his mama, if she's still alive. He was supposed to turn himself in on June 15, but his dad was on his deathbed, so they gave him grace to be with the dad, and the dad just passed, so no, he turned himself in on my birthday. I feel like those were the mothers in the church that's praying for him, and I feel like he has a lot of people praying for him. Like I said, I have a soft spot in my heart for him. The 3 of Cups celebration. He knows he's going to come out in 9 months, or a little bit less than 9 months if he only serves 85% of his time. And I feel like he's planning ahead to what he's going to do next. And I hope that when he comes out and makes money again, that he does the right thing. Pay your taxes. Don't hide taxes. Stop cheating. Find a good wife. They say that the man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. Come on. Live the word that you preach. Alright guys, I'm going to go eat my breakfast. I did not eat breakfast in between these 2 readings. I love you all for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Like I said in the prior video, I might not have said it in this video because sometimes when I'm taping back to back, I don't know what I said. What do you watch me for? Is it politics? Is it trending topics? Is it missing people? Is it all of the above? Let me know so I can know what other videos to produce. I only want to produce what you guys like to see because it's all about you.